So what is your experience at Century 21 Millennium in terms of ongoing training?
Honestly, I feel like Century 21 Millennium has provided the best training for us, especially with these Tressa updates. Like, I talked to a bunch of my colleagues and they mentioned at different brokerages, and they actually mentioned that they never had the training prior to the updates, even during the updates. So it's been great so far.
What is your experience like with the brokerage managers? Are they helpful? What do you like about them?
My manager is probably, I'm biased, my manager is probably the best. Don't tell Trevor. No, I'm joking. Trevor, Teodora, honestly, whenever you need them, whenever you have a question, it can be a silly question, it can be the most elongated question, they will be there to help you, and they're just a phone call away. So I've had nothing but success with this management team.
If someone was considering joining Century 21 Millennium, what would you say to them?
I think when you're looking at, building a community of agents, this is probably the best place to be, because you know that you have support from your fellow agents, and it's not like that where you go, everywhere you go. So that's probably what I would tell them.
What is your experience with Century 21 Millennium in terms of ongoing training?
I'd say it's unbelievable. Every Wednesday we get together. There's a lot of knowledge transfer, and I make it a point to be there every Wednesday and not miss a single Wisdom Wednesday. So I think it's excellent.
What is Wisdom Wednesday?
So it's an opportunity for us to get together, and we'll be on a call, and there'll be many of us from the different types of different offices, and we share some of experiences, some new knowledge. Oftentimes there's specific topics that we'll cover, and Trevor's a good MC and leads us through a lot of different information on those Wednesdays.
How would you rate the level of communication and support provided by the managers of Century 21 Millennium?
I think it's sufficient. I don't think it's overbearing. I think it's enough information that we can continue to run our business. So I think it's at a good, steady point.
What would you say to someone considering to join Century 21 Millennium?
This March is going to mark the 4th year that I've been with the organization. It is the first brokerage that I've joined, and I can honestly say it's probably been the best decision so far in my career.
What is your experience at Century 21 Millennium when it comes to training?
My experience personally, it's been great. I love that there's so much more support with the leadership, and there's so many different training forums, from the Wisdom Wednesdays to the different resources that they provide through the Century 21 Millennium Gmail and stuff. Honestly, it's been amazing. Can't complain.
How would you rate the level of support that you get from the managers at the brokerage?
If we're doing it from a scale of 1 to 10, I'll definitely give it a 10. Trevor has been phenomenal. I work at the Brampton office, obviously, so it's been a really good kind of way to indulge into real estate and learn about different ways. And having that support just makes it that much easier.
And if someone was considering joining Century 21 Millennium, what would you say to them?
I'd say you definitely pick the right brokerage. I know that there's a lot of different brokerages out there that provide different supports and different services and stuff like that. But I really feel that here at Century 21 Millennium, we have a lot of information. We have a great community, a great atmosphere for somebody to strive and do better in their industry.
What has your experience been like with Century 21 Millennium when it comes to the training that they offer?
So I have been fortunate to be part of the Century 21 Millennium family for over 20 years. And so I have seen many evolutions of the company, the brand, the growth. And one thing that I can say is the leadership team and the value within the company is to always being able to provide training and opportunity and help the agents look the best that they can in the business and to really be ahead of their game wherever possible.
If you had to rate the communication and the helpfulness of the managers at the brokerage, what would you rate them at?
I think that accessibility of a manager or a brokerage, anybody on the brokerage leadership team is really, really important. Because you never know that you need somebody until you actually need them. And it seems in my experience, somebody's always available to lend a helping hand.
And my final question is, if someone was considering joining Century 21 Millennium, what would you say to them?
I would say it's a great place to grow your business. It's also a safe place to really find your own value and become the best version of yourself in a sales and a very competitive industry.
What is your experience like at Century 21 Millennium in terms of the training and the ongoing things they have for you?
The management is without a doubt top notch. They make you feel like you're part of their family and they're 150% invested in your success. I felt that for the last 15 years and I've never felt anything less.
So if you could rate the management in regards to their communication and their efforts to help you as an agent, what would you give them?
I would give them an 11 out of 10. And I don't say that lightly. When I need something, they pick up the phone. If I text them, they will call me in 3 minutes on their own personal time. That is outside of business hours. When they're sitting down with their family, if I need them, they are there to support me and give me what I need. And I do not take that lightly. And thank you.
And if you met somebody that was considering joining Century 21 Millennium, what would you tell them?
Any new agents, I've also said the same thing. I left the brokerage once for about 8 hours out of my 15 years that I came right back because I was sold a pipeline dream that wasn't true. And I realized that my family is Century 21 Millennium.
What is your experience with the training at Century 21?
Well, when I started out, training was paramount for me. Of the various brokerages that I interviewed at, they all gave me the job, believe it or not, but not all of them cared about my success, and that's what I found here at Century 21.
If you could rate the experience with the management at the brokerage, what would you give them?
Oh, high marks. I mean, 10's the top, and I work for the top, so I'll give them all 10s.
And my final question to you is, if someone was considering Century 21 Millennium, what would you say to them?
So I'd say do your due diligence. Find the flavor and the culture that's right for you. I picked this one over 12 years ago and it's still the right fit for me. So if it's the right fit for you, I'd love to see you with us.
What is your experience at Century 21 Millennium like in terms of ongoing training?
Anything I need help with, they're always there, 100%. Weekends, nights, midnight, I always get a text back.
What do you like about the managers? Have they been helpful throughout your career? Let me know a little bit about that.
Oh, I love all the managers. They're just amazing. You have a question, they answer them right away. From Trevor to Tio, they're just amazing.
So if someone was considering joining Century 21 Millennium, what would you say to them?
I think it would be a really good experience for them. They'd have all the support, and I think it would be, I'm biased, but I think it'd be a better experience than what they're having now.